Today we're taking a look at these college football matches, which are happening on Tuesday, December 27, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation, so make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Coastal Carolina Chanticleers vs East Carolina Pirates. The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers step onto the field holding a record of 9-3 for this season. The last time they took the field, the Chanticleers took the field against the Troy Trojans and took a loss by a final of 45-26. Grayson McCall went 29-41 with 319 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. He had a quarterback rating of 155.4 and ended the game with 1 interception. Reese White led the offense in rushing for the Chanticleers with 8 attempts for 44 yards, 5.5 yards per carry. When the final whistle blew, they had 72 plays which totaled 432 yards. The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers rushed the ball a total of 31 different times and accounted for 113 yards, which is an average of 3.6 yards per carry. On the ground, the Chanticleers conceded 93 yards on 36 tries, which is 2.6 yards per rush allowed. Coastal Carolina allowed 12 pass completions on 17 attempts for 318 yards and a completion rate of 70.6%. The East Carolina Pirates entered the bowl game on a winning note. They snapped a 2-game slide with a 49-46 road win against Temple in the regular season finale in a bout that they labeled as 9.5-point dogs. The 2 defeats in that slide were against strong foes in Cincinnati and Houston. The Pirates had a few outstanding stretches, including a 3-game winning streak that included victories against UCF and a 27-24 road win against BYU. The Pirates have covered in 1 of their last 3 games. Regarding getting in the end zone, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers have an average of 29.1 ppg. Offensively, they're averaging 162.2 yards rushing, ranking them 58th in the country. The Chanticleers have earned 4,934 total yards over the course of this season. When it comes to getting the ball in the end zone, Coastal Carolina has earned 26 touchdowns through the air and 19 rushing touchdowns. Coastal Carolina has accumulated 264 first downs offensively, and they have committed 70 penalties for 642 yards. They have surrendered the football 17 different times. When it comes to passing yards, the Chanticleers have conceded 3,373 yards, which ranks them 121st in Division I. They have yielded 281.1 yards per contest via the pass, as well as allowing a completion percentage of 62.7%. During this campaign, they have allowed 411.4 yards contest, which puts them 96th in D1. They have conceded 23 touchdowns via the pass and 20 touchdowns on the ground. They are giving up an average of 3.8 yards per rushing attempt and 130.3 rushing yards per game on the year. During this campaign, they have given up 1,564 yards on the ground through 12 outings. The Chanticleers rank 101st in Division I when it comes to the opposition scoring, allowing 30.1 ppg. Furthermore, the Chanticleers' pass defense has been exploited in a majority of games this season. They are conceding an average of 281 passing yards per game, ranking them 124th overall, and AQ has a potent passing offense that ranks 16th in the FBS. QB Holton Ahlers had over 250 passing yards in all but 1 game this season and should feast in this one. Also, despite having a good QB in Grayson McCall, the CC offense runs frequently. They only attempt to pass in 42% of their plays, which is one of the lowest. This is not ideal considering the Pirates' rush defense is stellar, marking 19th in the entire FBS. Also, coach Jamie Chadwell has departed the program and defensive coordinator Chad Staggs will be coaching the squad in this game. All signs point to a convincing Pirates victory. Our first pick is East Carolina Pirates minus 7.5 points. The Pirates head into this game 7-5 this season. The last time they took the field, the Pirates walked away with a victory by a final of 49-46 against the Temple Owls. Keaton Mitchell carried the ball 27 times for 222 yards, ending the contest with 8.2 yards per carry for East Carolina. Holton Ahlers, 3 TDs, finished the contest with 314 yards on 25 37ths through the air, while his quarterback rate was 165.6. He didn't toss any interceptions, and his YA was 8.5. East Carolina surrendered 15 running attempts for 48 yards, 3.2 yards per carry. The Pirates' passing defense gave up a completion percentage of 71.4%, surrendering 527 yards on 45 out of 63 through the air. The Pirates finished the game with 534 yards, and they ran 69 plays, 7.7 yards per play. East Carolina ran for 6.9 yards per tote, finishing with a total of 220 yards on 32 carries. The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers are looking to put a disappointing end to the regular season behind them. They were in control, standing at 9-1, but dropped the regular season finale against James Madison and were 6.5-point dogs in a 45-26 loss against Troy in the Sun Belt Championship game. The Chanticleers enjoyed a great season highlighted by a 6-game winning streak. They only lost one home game, which occurred against Old Dominion. The Chanticleers have covered the spread in only 4 games the entire season. Coach Jamie Chadwell has been hired by Liberty, and defensive coordinator Chad Staggs will be coaching this game. CJ Beasley didn't see nearly as many carries as usual late in the season. The sophomore RB only had a total of 17 carries in the last 3 games and has accrued 704 rushing yards on an average of 5.2 yards per rush. Coastal Carolina has one of the better receivers in the Sun Belt, Sam Pickney. The senior WR brought in 81 receiving yards in the loss to Troy and has recorded 917 receiving yards. They have another potent WR in Jared Brown, who has 782 yards. The CC offense cooled down a bit in the last few games, scoring 26 or fewer points in 3 straight clashes. The Chanticleers' defense has been inconsistent and was exploited in the final 2 games of the season, conceding 47 against James Madison and 45 points against Troy. The pass defense is poor, allowing over 300 passing yards in the title game, and are pegged 124th, while the rush defense is solid, marking 38th. Coastal Carolina is scoring an average of 29.1 points, ranking them 60th. They are conceding an average of 30.1 points, pegging them 101st in the FBS. The East Carolina Pirates maintain an average of 459.0 yards per contest, which has them ranked 24th in D1. The East Carolina offense has 358 yards of penalties on 46 violations, which ranks 128th in Division I in terms of helping out the other team. For the season to this point, the Pirates have compiled 3,462 passing yards, along with an average of 288.5 passing yards per contest, which has them ranked 16th in D1. When discussing their scoring prowess, the Pirates rank 48th in the country, averaging 30.8 ppg. East Carolina has allowed a total of 1,337 rushing yards, 111.4 yards per game, as well as 12 touchdowns via the rush for the year. They have allowed the opposition 26 touchdowns from the passing game and 298.5 yards per game, ranking them 131st in D1. The Pirates' defense has been on the field for 798 plays, which is 39th in the country. The Pirates are surrendering 27.0 points per contest, ranking them 72nd in Division I. Over the course of the season, they have allowed 324 total points. Coastal Carolina and East Carolina both have very strong, talented quarterbacks. Coastal Carolina's Grayson McCall threw for 24 touchdowns and just 2 interceptions, while East Carolina's Holton Ahlers passed for 23 touchdowns and just 5 interceptions. The total has finished over in 10 of the last 14 non-conference games for Coastal Carolina, as well as in 5 of the last 6 games that East Carolina has played during the month of December. Our second pick is over 62.5 points.